In this video, I'll show you how to sculpt an eye in Zbrush. You can sculpt using symmetry to sculpt both left and right eye, but in this video, I'm sculpting only the right side. But I'll show you how to mirror the eye over to the opposite side in the end. So the first thing I want to do is set up an eyeball, so it's easier to place the lids. So I'm going to add or append a sphere, and I'm going to select the sphere. I'm going to scale it down and just roughly place it where I want the eye to be. Use the transparency to kind of get the proportion correct. And I'm going to turn off transparent and hit Q to go into sculpting mode again. And when I'm placing the eyeball, I want the tip to be behind the start of the nose. So something like that. And I'm going to flip over to the head, and with my move brush, I'm going to start to carve in the area around the eyeball. So make sure that I have proper eyebrow area and proper cheekbones. So something like that. Maybe bring up my trimDynamics brush, BTD, and just clean up the shape here. Maybe like so. And now we're ready for some eyelids. So I'm going to flip over to my eyeball and just rename this eyeball maybe. I'm going to hold Control and find my lasso mask and just mask out half of the eyeball like so. Go down to extract, and let's extract this and make sure you have enough thickness like so. I'm going to accept. So now we have a top or a upper eyelid. So with the upper eyelid selected, I'm going to hold Control, click and drag to remove the mask, and let's smooth it out. Hold Shift, smooth it out like so. BMB, shape it kind of like a nice curve here. Something like that. Now I'm going to flip back to the eyeball, Control and click outside to flip the mask. And I'm going to extract again, which is going to give us our lower eyelid. Accept. Control, click and drag to clear the mask. Hold Shift and just smooth it out a little bit. And with my move brush, I'm going to start to shape this as well. And now when we have fleshed out the eyelids, I'm actually going to merge all of the eyelids together with the head. So I'm going to put the eyeball all the way down in the list and select my head. Go to merge, merge down, and merge down. So now the lids are the same subtool as the head. And to merge this transition, I'm going to go down to Geometry, Dynamesh, and just Dynamesh it. Something like that. And we can smooth the transition here a little bit. And maybe clean up the shape a little bit. So I'm trying to kind of shape this as a teardrop. So now to clean up the topology, I'm going to remesh it, maybe around 20,000 polygons. It all depends on the model, of course. Like so, and don't worry about the right side. We're going to flip this over once we're done with the left eye. Now we have some clean looking topology, and I'm going to clean up the shape. Make sure that everything is nice and curvy. And to add a little bit more detail to this, I'm going to Control D to subdivide it or hit divide in the geometry tab. And with my damStandard BDS, I'm just going to make some more definition to the eyelids. And I can see there's a lot of thickness here. So I'm going to jump back to Subdivision level 1, BMB, to grab my move brush and just push it in. And this is why I wanted to remesh the model to a lower poly count with clean topology, because it's way easier to just jump back a subdivision level and move or reshape the model. And jump back to subdivision level 2. And to finish it all off, I want more definition up here. So I'm going to hold Control, get my mask lasso, and just draw a mask around the upper eyelid, like so. And I'm going to go down to masking, blur the mask a little bit, get my move brush, and just slightly lower the eyebrow, like so. Control click and drag to clear the mask and maybe smooth it out a little bit. And for the last touch, I'm gonna get my damStandard BDS and just hold Alt to sharpen up the shape of the eyelid. And now I want to mirror this over to the other side. And in order to do that, I can't have subdivision levels, so I'm going to delete lower. And I'm going to go down to deformation, mirror this over to the right side, go up to geometry, modify topology, mirror and weld. You can see it flips over. So now we need this eye over to the other side as well. So I'm going to select the eyeball, do the same thing, go to deformation, mirror, go to geometry, modify topology, mirror and weld.